Now, there is an epidemic here in the United States with people believing that their opinions should hold as much weight as facts and the truth. There is an epidemic of people that use this term, my truth. My truth is basically an excuse to say whatever in the hell you want and have it be valid because it is your truth. Now, there is only one truth, and that is what can be independently verified by various sources, various means. But there are a lot of people out there that they do not want their ideals to be challenged, that they cannot be told that their opinion, wrong or right or whatever, is wrong because that's what they believe. There are a lot of people these days that will stare facts, data, and statistics right in the face and say, I still choose to believe whatever I want. So we are going to react to a Fresh and Fit podcast, and we will break this all down. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that Cash App, and welcome to the Radical Masculine.
The ideas, opinions, and beliefs of the radical masculine are for entertainment purposes only. We make fun of everyone equally.
I think it's topics that need to be talked about. However, don't attack us so much.
How do we attack you? Attack or tell you the truth? Attack or the truth?
What was that? How did we
I
attack?
don't know, because we have different opinions, so I can't say what's true or not.
Well, how did we attack, or what wasn't true that made you felt attacked?
I think
Women say men disagreeing with them or not allowing them just to say a whole bunch of shit that isn't true is attacking them.
Well, I didn't get personally attacked. However, you did attack my counterpart over here.
Man, she's stupid.
What did we attack her about?
I think you guys don't really see eye to eye.
You called me dumb. You said I was incompetent and like
Stupid.
I never actually said that.
Yes you did. Yeah, you did. You pointed
To you?
Yes, yeah, and you were naming all these. Yep, you did. I
Wait.
totally promise.
When did I say you were
You guys
incompetent?
don't see eye to eye. So
When did I
like,
say she were incompetent?
you did. I heard it.
When did I specifically say you are incompetent?
Yes, when we were having and you were like naming things about me that were trying to devalue me and make me feel like.
Such as?
You the point you were making was that like I don't deserve to be valued or respected, and one of
Giving her the truth because he said that people look at sex workers differently, that men tend to have a lack of respect for them. They view them as sex only and things like that. And this woman, she says she wants an equal partnership, but she also wants a guy who is a high earner. And high earning guys have their pick of the litter, and they usually will pick, just like women, the best choice. And many guys look at sex workers as if they are not the best choice, because they are not, in my opinion. But that's what was said, just to catch you up.
things you said was like, oh yeah, your point was, I believe if I'm not wrong, when I brought up if I met a man and then a man met a man, he'd obviously take him seriously. And you brought up that I would actually have the chance to earn respect even though I'm incompetent, I have a past.
She was saying men tend to take other men more serious versus when a woman is talking, men don't take her serious. But that can't be verified or anything. But he countered that by saying that women get more opportunities. They get hired for jobs just for being a woman, for being a minority, for whatever. A woman could be 19 years old and hang out with millionaire men, get married, be taken care of, get certain opportunities, and men, they have to get that shit out of the mud. For example, I have over 150 subscribers and I've worked my ass off to try to get them. I know women that have a YouTube channel twerking and they have like 80,000 people in the same amount of time. I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying that's what it is. So that is true, and she is disagreeing with that. She's disagreeing with everything because her opinion should be valid. She's 21, she don't know shit, but still, It should be valid.
Even though this and that, I would still get the opportunity. That
No.
was the point
No,
you
but
made.
don't take what he said
I said-
personally.
I don't take it personally, but I'm saying that's kind of one way you were attacking me.
No, I
This is
said that
example.
you would at least get the opportunity to earn the respect, whereas other
Just,
men wouldn't
just
even get the
rewatch the
opportunity.
sentence.
You were
promise
just
you said-
No, I know what I
imposing
said.
Yeah.
I know
your
what I said,
beliefs
and I'm
on
telling
her.
you that I
Yeah.
said that at least you get, because you said we don't get respect. I said at least you get the opportunity to meet the man to earn the respect, whereas the other guy, a regular guy, wouldn't even get the opportunity.
That was a different part, but you did when you were making the point. No, you just rewatch it. I'm not kidding. I'm being completely
I
serious.
know what he said, and in an example sense, he's saying if you were these things, even so, you got the chance to be respected.
Yep.
But as men, we don't.
And then also I said that
And you
men
said I
are not
couldn't
going to
speak,
respect. I said
right?
men also aren't going to respect if you come from sex work. That's what I said as well.
Yeah. But remember, you were saying that I couldn't speak right. You were like, you can't articulate a sentence.
That's true, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
remember.
you failed a bunch of times articulating sentences. That's a fact.
It's my first podcast. I'm nervous. Okay, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
but does that change the fact that you?
It's my first time. I'm nervous. That's why there's a lot of this whole period or I don't care what you say shit, because there are a lot of women that will attempt to debate a man, and since they never get any pushback, they feel that what they say is valid or it's correct, because most men will just shut up or they won't argue because men want to get laid. But Myron called her out on her dumb points she was trying to make. She couldn't articulate anything. She couldn't remember what was said. She was arguing out of emotion. And so he says, you can't even articulate yourself. What are you talking about? And this is her saying, oh, you said I was this. I'm the victim.
Able to articulate yourself.
Oh yeah, I totally couldn't, but it doesn't mean that I can't articulate a sentence. It
But you
means
did
in
do
that
it.
in that situation, I failed. My bad.
Okay.
I fumbled.
Okay.
It's just like you hesitate.
Well, I
all the
never said
time.
you were incompetent. I just said you weren't able to articulate
You
a
did
sentence.
rewatch
You
it. You
are
said that you said it.
beautiful.
I
You
know.
are beautiful.
I know, and I'm
she's
confident.
dangerous.
This is what women always say to each other, regardless of how they look. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
I'll let you continue. I'm sorry.
Don't take
She's
anything I
dangerous,
said seriously.
man.
This
I
is a
won't.
good podcast. That these are conversations that need to be had.
That's
I
dog
agree.
shit advice.
100%.
Dog shit
But
advice.
whenever you don't
That's
see
dog
eye to
shit
eye with
advice.
somebody, it'll be nice to try.
That is dog shit advice. This is why many women get taken back when guys speak the truth or speak about their boundaries or what they like or what they don't like, because women will lie to each other and say it doesn't matter if you're in sex work because you're getting that bag. And if the guy don't accept you for who you are, well then screw him. Somebody will accept you. But this is why we have the most single demographic of people, of women. This is why our marriage rates are pummeling. And this is why most men don't even want serious relationships anymore, because they can get sex for free and just have a good time. And if you work your way up to being a high-earning, attractive man that's in shape, you can have the pick of the litter. You can date 4 or 5 women, and that is more aligned with what a man's nature really is. Women want the one guy, but men, if they can, they want multiple women. This is what we've seen throughout history, and women don't like that, because why don't you think like me? Why don't you just want one? And that was just kind of an example, but I'll shut up.
Understand a little bit.
No, I do understand. She was incorrect.
Okay.
She said, I feel this way, but that's not representative of women in general, because women in general don't want an equal partnership. That's what the conversation was.
Okay.
So, I mean, like, is that wrong? I mean, I think...
You're not. You made good points. What I'm saying is,
Man, she's
So
passionate.
don't challenge her views, is what you're saying.
no, that's not what I'm saying. Try to understand her.
No,
we understood.
And speak to me in
quite
a
well.
constructive way.
Okay.
If you feel like
Well, they
the way you
understood.
think is
Try to understand her. So if she's saying stupid shit, just try to understand them. No, this is why we are where we are now, because men don't challenge this bullshit. Men don't correct women when they say something dumb. For years, they've just been allowed to say and do whatever, and the world would believe them. And men were just, assholes. But now that men are kind of like, hey, we're equal, so if you want to have a debate about something, okay, let's do it. But you can't use that whole emotional or let's just make believe that you're spitting facts when you're not. It's not going to work anymore.
if I have to learn from you, then sit and explain why you think that way, and let's have a conversation.
Coddle me.
I'm totally open to hearing your point of
No,
view.
you're not.
But when you yell at me and you become rude, that's when you get the reaction that
He didn't yell at her.
Gaslighting
you'll
is
often
crazy.
get. So what am I gaslighting about?
Number one, nobody yelled at you. Number two, I explained to you very, very succinctly why you were incorrect. Your argument was, well, not all women want a guy that's a leader. And I said, well, in general, women actually do. And then you went back and you attributed what I said as if I was only, and then you said, actually, no, you attributed yourself to the example. I said, women in general, not all. You said, well, I don't think that way. And I'm like, that's you, fantastic. But a majority of women actually want the opposite.
Yeah, and my argument was, how do you know it's a majority of women? You haven't spoke to even 1% of the women in the world.
Again.
This is part of that whole thing that if something isn't 100% true, then you can't say it. They don't like to talk about things in general, that if you don't know everything about everyone, then you can't say nothing to no one. But that's why statistics exist, because you can't get to know 8 billion people in the world. You could only make a calculation based on, okay, out of a group of 100, X amount want this. This is another woman that wants to sell the idea that women are completely, totally different one to another. But by watching all of my videos, I'm sure we could all find similarities between all of them. Men are very similar to one another. Women are definitely very similar to one another, and that's what it is. But she wants everything to be gray area. You can't say nothing about no one because you don't know them, when in general women want a guy who earns more money. In general, women want a guy who's taller. In general, women want a guy who's a leader, not just a bitch. Is that everyone? No. But since it's not everyone, you shouldn't say anything anyway. It's like, nah.
Sample size.
Again,
Yeah, of women in this industry in particular.
There's studies online that prove our facts.
Like, okay,
let's
number one,
move on.
I've spoken to almost 3,000 girls. You don't believe that?
And rather than losing the argument or saying, you know what, maybe I was wrong or maybe I overreacted, let's just change the subject because this is not fair. You're being mean. You're not hearing me. You're not giving me a platform to talk. They're trying to deflect and to bow out of the argument that they started because they can't, because they know they're wrong, but they won't accept it.
Cool. I gave you a study before where women prefer men make 56% more money than they do in general, especially when they're college educated. Then I told you biology. Women in general want a guy that's better than them because it's from a protective resource. I need a guy that's stronger than me, can make more money than me, has resources, etc. It's been that way since the beginning of time. Why is it that there's millionaire men that will go ahead and marry a chick that works at Hooters, but a chick that's a millionaire would never look at a dude that works at Hooters? Women since the beginning of time have married men across or above hierarchies.
Because men are horny and y'all just like, y'all want someone super young and little and submissive, and that's why y'all go for that. As a woman, like I even with my friends, I surround myself with people I look up to and I respect, because I want to surround myself with people that I can
Notice
learn
how
from.
I gave you facts?
Yeah.
And now you're deflecting the facts. Do you see what happened here?
Totally.
I gave you the facts of why women want a date up, and you, instead of refuting what I said, you said that's because XYZ. But it doesn't change the fact that I'm correct.
All right.
When this is done, rewatch this and then look at your.
This is where mansplaining comes from, is when something is said that they don't like and they can't refute it. She even agreed. He said all these things, and she said yes. Well, that's because, so that is her agreeing. So when he pointed out the fact that she agreed to that, what does she do? Okay, yeah, I guess. It's she didn't say it, but that's mansplaining. You just don't hear me. You just have to be right. You're just toxic. That's where all of this shit comes from. Normal guys in the regular world constantly deal with this.
Herself talking back to him.
Yeah.
I think you might
Instead of refuting what I said with another fact, all you did was say, well, that's because, which makes my point even stronger, XYZ.
Your facts aren't facts. It's just opinions you have that you're saying are facts.
But yours are opinions as well, not
And
facts.
they-
Just let him
no,
live.
100%.
Just let him
You
live.
just
Hold
need
on,
to
hold on, stop the show.
understand.
What is
I
the
feel like
difference
this-
between an opinion and a fact?
Come on, you're smart.
Let's see if she knows. See, because they always try to do this. No, that's not true, even though we all know it's generally true. That's not true, because those are your facts. That's just what you think. But with the internet, men are comparing notes, and we're starting to see these patterns of behavior. And so we know that you're just gaslighting us, and you're just trying to deflect, and that's the way you win arguments.
An opinion.
Or attempt to. Let's hear if she knows the difference between a fact and an opinion. Another person who does not know the difference between a fact and an opinion, a child. Let's hear.
Is how you feel, and a fact is something that you can prove, something that is real no matter what, no matter how anyone feels. You are saying.
So did I not just give you a bunch of different examples of how women date across hierarchy? Above hierarchy.
We're just beating a dead horse. Let's move on.
Wait, no. Are you being serious right now?
Yes, 100%. We are beating a dead horse. You know what I'm saying, and you're choosing to make me look stupid for your podcast. I understand, okay? We're beating a dead horse.
No.
Let's move on with the question.
This is I can't overcome your argument, so let's just move on. We're beating a dead horse. This is where the let's agree to disagree. When what he said is pretty much true, not every time. But they make it sound like since it's not every time, then it's no time. And that's not the way adults are supposed to work.
No one made you look stupid. You're doing it to yourself.
Yeah, you are. We bring girls back.
Yeah, there's a difference between an opinion and a fact. A fact is something that can be independently verified and is the truth.
Okay.
Regardless. An opinion is something that could also be factual but might not necessarily be true. So what I'm saying is not my opinion. This is a fact. Since the beginning of time, women have almost always made it upwards. Men have made it downwards, or at least across.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to say. That's why you were incorrect in what you said before. Like, I feel like I want a guy that's equal.
See, they want to be able to lose an argument, and rather than be told that they're incorrect or wrong, they just want to let it go. Well, let's just move on. Let's just move on. I can't take that amount of accountability for things that she started to say. She can't even back up her own claims.
Cool, but that's not most women. That's your personal experience, but most women want a guy that's better than them.
Okay.
So, and here's the thing too, right? This is why, like, you could go ahead and say, I didn't like the way that you talked to me, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I'm very direct and I'm very concise and I say what the hell it is and I don't care how you feel. I'm telling you the truth. There's a difference between men and women. Men speak directly and say the truth regardless of how it might make them feel. You're probably not used to this because you don't, I don't know, guys want to fuck you, they don't tell you the truth, or maybe you communicate with a bunch of women, which women tend to beat around the bush and not necessarily be as direct because of their feelings. I'm telling you what it is. Now you're saying, oh, we're attacked. I'm not attacking you, I'm attacking your argument. That's the difference.
Okay.
If you say some stupid shit, I'm going to call you and say, that's not true. That's a lie.
And if you want to defend it, come with facts.
Come with facts. Don't sit there and say, well, that's because X, Y, Z, and blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, but instead of repeating my argument, you deflect it and you say something else that proves my point even more.
You know, today, I feel like I'm a lawnmower today.
Vroom.
Next time we need
okay.
All right.
articles so
Like
we
what?
can like cite stuff.
I mean, do research, man.
Maybe we didn't come prepared.
Do research.
Whose fault is that?
Well, she probably didn't know what the
No, but you're
topic
defending her.
No, but you're defending her, yeah. Whose fault is it if you're not prepared to discuss a topic?
Come on.
This is another difference between men and women. If a man does not know something about something and there are two men having a discussion about shit that they know, that man won't say a damn thing. He'll ask questions. But in a conversation, a woman will dip her toe into the pool and try to say, well, no, that's not true. That's not true. Even though they know nothing about it, they just heard something somewhere, or they think they know something about it. And when they are proven to be wrong, then they're just like, oh, well, if you don't know something, why even speak up? You just want to like debate just for the sake of debating.
Out your ass.
saying that I'm defending her, yes, because obviously she's not on the same page as you, so you understand that.
And whose fault is that?
Well, it's her fault.
If I don't know something, I'm going to keep my mouth shut and listen to someone that knows more than me.
You're right. So stop just going back and forth with her. Just,
Hey, listen, it's our
No,
podcast.
she's an intellectual.
she is.
Don't diss her. Don't ever do that to her.
This is the thing. If you really thought that men and women were equal, do you think she would feel the need to intervene? I don't think so. It's only equality when it benefits them.
Okay?
You're
She's
right.
one of us.
Yo, why are you so funny? Y'all are funny.
Period.
Play with her, sis. She's intellectual. She's the one.
We are all intellectual
She's
people.
that nigga. Relax.
Period.
Bro, what the fuck?
Period, bro.
Period, boo.
So I swear, the biggest tactic used against men from women is shaming, insults, guilt tripping, and the need to be right. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace. And this was clearly demonstrated because, let's face it, many women don't want to be told a damn thing. There are men too, surely, but this is a men's platform. Now, if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. hit that Cash App, and I will see you in hell, motherfucker. Spaceman, out.